Working Class Beer Reviews is looking at Brewmasters Golden Cervesa. So you may have seen my video for the Brewmasters Light, which there's two different ones. There's the LIGHT, which is the one I did, and I saw that they had like 12 packs of LITE, which is weird. That seems like very close to copyright type stuff. I haven't picked that one up yet. They didn't have it in singles. They had it in like 6 packs or 12 packs. I couldn't remember. But so if you look at this gold, blue, white, it looks a lot like Modelo, if I had to guess. And the fact that it says Cerveza, golden lager brewed in the Mexican tradition, authentic Mexican style. It says that right there, in there, if you can see that. Let's go ahead and I got my tall lager glass here. I tried doing this where I normally do in the opening of my garage, but it's only 4:30. But you know, late November, you can have a hard time getting light. The sun's already going down, so I didn't want it to be dim or dark. So let's pour this in here, nice and aggressive. Poke the hole. My goodness, look at that. Look at that. I wasn't even pouring it that aggressive. It just like was climbing out of there. So let that kind of set up. It says mastery in brewing is more than a little. It's revealed in the craft. When you taste true excellence, you know it's the work of a brewmaster. So I bought this at Walmart for 84 cents for the can, which is amazing. You know, even if it's not the best beer in the world, it's still probably worth 84 cents for a pint, especially my favorite serving. Said that time and time again. It's got your Surgeon General's warning, your government warning, 4.4% ABV, just like Modelo. A lot of the Mexican lagers are 4.4%. So, yeah. So they're kind of doing their little riff on their standard Mexican lager. Modelo is now the #1 beer in the United States ever since Bud Light decided to pivot away from its customer base and try to rebrand as a more modern audience that doesn't even really drink beer that much. So that seems like a bit of a folly. So yeah, Modelo, which is part of Constellation Brands in the United States, but overall I think it is part of AB InBev. So I don't know. This is, like I said, I don't know who does this. Advanced Partners to Irwindale, California. I really don't know who makes this. I had guessed on the Brewmasters Light that I thought it seemed like a Miller product, but when I saw the LITE later after that, I was like, well, maybe not, because that's obviously going to be like Miller Lite. So it must have been like a Bud Light type comparison. And it didn't, to me, it didn't taste like Bud Light. It didn't taste bad. So, let's see what we get here. You get a very yellow straw beer, a decent amount, but this narrow glasses will give you more foam, more head, and it's kind of moussey looking, if you can see. And then this glass isn't to clean it. Well, it's just got spots on it, like soap spots. I probably should have wiped this out a little better, but for this review, I think it'll be okay. Some ascending bubbles, nothing sticking to the side, so it's at least beer clean in that aspect. It could be outside, it's got some spots on it. They're wiping off. But let's give it a smell. Standard beer aroma. If it's it's probably got corn in it, which is what most Mexican lagers will have in it. Maize, corn. Funny fact that Mexican lagers were from German immigrants, you know, back in the early 1900s when a lot of people were fleeing Europe and Germany due to the wars and everything like that. Ones that moved down to Central America or South America started breweries, and obviously corn down there is plentiful, and they used it to make beer. Along with barley, obviously. That's a fuller flavor. And I always said that. I said that about Modelo and Pacifico and stuff like that, Corona, that it's a lighter ABV with a fuller flavor. And I doubt it doesn't, I don't know if it gives me the calories or not. It does not give me the calories. Doesn't even give you a website. You might be able to do some Google searching on this. Let's see. December 25th, 2020, or like December 23rd, 2025. So that must be the Best Buy date. So it's getting towards the tail end. We're in a month away from, a little over a month away from that. But yeah, it does definitely taste like Modelo. And honestly, if someone just gave me a blind taste test, I don't know if I would say that. But obviously, based off of the way they're designing the can and all that stuff and everything, it tells me that it's supposed to taste like a Mexican lager. So therefore, I'm going to kind of like, oh yeah, I get that. So I don't know. It is good. Mexican lagers typically do have a little more, a bolder flavor than American light lagers. Since it's only 0.2% ABV more than Bud Light, Miller Light, Coors Light. Most of your standard American lagers are 5%. Some are like 4.7, 4.8. But like Budweiser and Coors are 5%. Miller High Life is in your 4.7, 4.8 range. So is PBR. I can't speak on the others. I think a lot of the others are less than 5%, just slightly less than 5%. So I don't know why they just don't go to 5%. Like Busch is like 4.5, maybe even 4.4. Busch Light's like 4.1. I don't even know why that seems silly to me, but yeah, I mean, I like this. I would I buy this over Modelo for price? Yes. It's definitely a working class standard as the price. I would totally pick this over Modelo on a personal basis. I doubt they make these in bottles. It just comes in these cans, pint cans. I'll have to see in the larger packs if they're, because I've seen 6-packs of these, and I said in the last video, the math is weird. It's like almost $7 for a 6-pack of these, but you can buy an individual can for 84 cents. And I'm wondering if eventually they're going to catch on and be like, hey, that doesn't math, right? And then they'll be like a $1.25. It's probably what they'll end up being. So, because typically what it is, singles can be cheap, but it's cheaper to buy more quantity. That's just, the math always has to roll that direction. So, 6-pack's always going to be cheaper than a single. 12-pack's cheaper than a 6-pack. Then you got your, some have 15 or 18 packs, but your 24-pack or your 30-pack is going to be cheaper than the 12-pack per bottle, per can, whatever. So that's how basic economics works when it comes to buying product. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I don't know. It's not really thought-provoking or anything like that. It does give me Modelo vibes, though. A lot of people put like a lime in there. I used to do that when I was younger, and if someone offered me one with a lime in it, I wouldn't, discount the beer for that. But for the purpose of review and for just personal enjoyment, I typically don't go with the fruit anymore. That was kind of a fad there for a while, especially when it came to Mexican lagers. They were kind of like the beachy vibe, the paradise vacation vibe. You'd see people on the beach, and especially Corona. And Corona was top dog for the longest time. I never really paid attention to Modelo until probably 2006 or so. I mean, I acknowledged it, but it seems like, I think that from my observation, This is not a fact at all. This is my observation. It seems like when I see Hispanic people at grocery stores buying beer, they'll either buy Bud Light or they'll buy Modelo. So I don't see them buying Corona that often. That seems more like a kind of a white person thing to do, to buy Corona. And I don't know if it's as popular because, yeah, Modelo normally comes like in the cans look very similar to this. They definitely nailed the design. But in the bottles, they're clear bottles, but they're kind of like broader at the bottom, and they kind of make their way up, and they have gold foil. They got a cool design to them, I will say that. So maybe they feel like they're getting a little something that's a cut above the rest, even just based off of packaging. I don't know. And the Negra, they have an amber. The Modelo Negra is really good too, and it's packaged. It's a dark bottle, but it's still got the gold foil and all that. Kind of lame. Sorry. I know my last video didn't. I'm not gonna try to have to burp every video, but if I feel it and it feels natural, I'll do it, because people seem to like that. They comment about it. Some people comment about the burp. Let me know in the comments if the burp is a integral part of the video or not, or if you'd rather I stop. Is it gross? If it's gross, then let me know. But still, my work clothes. This is a Friday. I actually got off around 4:30. You know, just shortly before I filmed this. That's kind of a rarity anymore. It seems like I'm working these 14-hour days, so it's like 6, 7 o'clock sometimes when I get done. I start at 5 in the morning with my routes, delivering groceries, food, and stuff to restaurants. Yeah, this new location, man, the sprawling territory that I delivered to. But today I had a fairly easy route, fairly close to home, and wasn't too heavy. So I was able to get back at a decent time. But thank you guys for watching this video. I feel like I'm rambling now, getting into personal stuff. If you see this is at Walmart only. If you see this, I recommend trying it. Let me know what you think if you've tried any of these Brewmasters. If anybody knows any information of like who brews them, Urbandale, California, what brewery is there, and that would probably be eye-opening as to, you know, where they get their inspiration from. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys later.